I'm back again, and so's the topic of necromancy. Necromancy. In today's video, I want to take a look at how you would kill necromantic creatures. Or at least how you'd kill them if they existed in real life. You know, I probably should stop talking about necromancy, or people are going to start to think I'm some crazed Satanist.
What the f?
He has fleas? As with my last two necromancy videos, before we can discuss the best and most appropriate way to dispatch of necromantic creatures, we first have to decide how the necromancy works within a given fictional universe. Now, for the sake of this video, I'm going to assume that the necromantic creatures can be killed, and that they can be killed without special magical items, just plain old magic or other special materials like silver bullets. The first way in which necromancy might work is by having the magic perform the necessary functions of bodily organs, as opposed to non-bodily organs. Who wrote this? Now, the magic could either do this by healing, regenerating, or completely replacing organs that were damaged or missing inside the necromantic creature, or it could do it by invisibly performing the functions that those organs would normally perform if they were organic. Now, this form of resurrection would actually be the easiest to deal with, since how we kill humans is by interrupting necessary bodily functions such as pumping blood, breathing, or brain function. And since the magic is performing these functions, you simply have to re-interrupt those functions. So you could kill them with any conventional weapon just like you would a human. The second way which necromancy might work is by having a suit of magic around the necromantic creature. When the suit moves, it moves the appropriate part of the creature's body. Now, this sort of magic would require a source of continuously running power that would act like a brain that would control the suit of magic. So to kill this type of necromantic creature, you'd simply have to interrupt that magical brain by thrusting a weapon into it or doing some other damage with, again, a conventional weapon, wherever that brain might reside, whether it's within the head, the heart, or somewhere else. The third and final scenario in which necromancy might work in resurrecting these creatures would be similar to the last, and that uses a magical suit. But the difference is that the magical brain doesn't reside within the creature itself, but rather with the caster. Now, this might work, depending on the universe again, in a manner of continuous casting. That means in order to keep the creatures alive and moving, the necromancer has to continuously cast a spell, or it might just simply be tied to the caster in some other way. So this means in order to kill these necromantic creatures, you'd first have to kill the caster. Now, this could actually be advantageous to the adventurers or something within your story, because if you kill the necromancer, you aren't just killing one or two necromantic creatures. You could wipe out all of his creatures. And this could create an interesting story, similar to the way it was done in The War of the Ancients by Richard Knack. In this story, the Burning Legion used necromancers to resurrect the dead. And if you killed necromancer, all of his raised entities died. But there were far more than just one necromancer, meaning you couldn't wipe out an entire army by killing a single necromancer. It's an interesting concept that can be used very creatively within different stories. However, what if you're an adventurer and you need to take out just one creature that has been resurrected in this manner? Could you do it? If the brain lies with the caster and you can't find the caster, what do? Well, the answer is yes. I think you could still kill it. It'd just be a lot more difficult. You'd simply need to completely dismember and or burn the body. If there's no body for the magical suit to adhere to, there's nothing for it to control. And depending on the exact rules within the universe, the extent to which you might have to dismember the body could vary greatly. Maybe you simply have to cut off its arms and legs, and it now no longer can move. Or perhaps the magical suit still works and can move the arms and legs and everything individually, and maybe even re-adhere themselves to the body. In which case, you'd probably have to dismember the body at all the joints, since that's what allow a body to move. So this Halloween, if you get attacked by a ghoul, a zombie, a skeleton, or whatever, remember, just first, ask it which fictional universe it comes from. Second, ask it the rules of that fictional universe. And 3, dispatch of it appropriately. Thanks for watching.
What the fuck? I don't know, I can't do it, babe. I can't do